So you're getting high. It makes you act a certain way. People with their eyes see how you're moving out here, right?
How you get down?
With the eyes, they'll see how you're getting down, and then they label you, and then they label you, and they label you, and they label you, because they see how you act. They see how you act.
That's why you can't really be upset.
Because of your actions, it's your behaviors.
I'm used to being in stigma because my mother done it ever since I can remember. But it's not easy. Let's say if you acting like a crackhead and somebody call you a crackhead, why you getting upset?
Right. The phrase I've always learned, and I often say in this group before, if you don't want to be labeled a crackhead, don't do what crackheads do. So that goes back to the the behaviors that people are looking at. They're looking at you and they're seeing you act and behave this way. So if we don't want to be labeled a crackhead, then we don't do what crackheads do. What do crackheads do?
Steal.
They steal. So then we don't steal.
Lie.
Then we don't lie.
At least not frequently.
What else? What else do crackheads do? They use. So then we don't get high. And then we won't be labeled a crackhead. Does that sound very simple?
Yes.
So this means that we got to change our actions, our behaviors, and we to do that, we got to take out the high. No more high. Because the high was what was making me act and behave like a crackhead. So if I don't want to be labeled, a stigmatizing label of a crackhead, I don't act. ACT, I don't act. My actions. Right? My actions. So how do we get around these labels, these stigmatizing labels that we do not like to be called? How do we get around them?
Stop. Change.
You change. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So again, we're getting back. If you don't want to be called a certain way, you don't act a certain way, and that changes the labels. Because if you're not thieving, and if you're not acting like a thief and actively stealing, people can't call you a thief. But we have to understand that there's going to be people who, no matter what we do, no matter how we change our actions, they're still hurt by whatever we did to get the stigmatizing label. I'm going to say that once again. There's going to be people who give us stigmatizing labels, who may label us and stigmatize us based on what we did to them in the past.
Not 20 minutes ago, past, nigga.
We have to be at an understanding of that to get around that label. We have to understand that this person was once hurt. When I was doing my dirt, when I was doing what I did to get the stigmatizing label, I hurt them. And I have
the right to feel like that.
Right. They have a right to feel like that. They have a right to feel
to
like
themselves.
Right. Right. And they may not. They may still give the label. They may still give the stigmatizing label to you, even though your actions have changed. And what needs to happen is you have to move accordingly. Like you have to understand, this person is hurt. They're still giving me this stigmatizing bad label, but I have to move accordingly because I know my actions have changed. My actions have changed, right?